Lamb sauce.
The fuck? You can't go as deep to eating ass though, and that's what upsets me.
Being as stupid as you should be painful and debilitating.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking kill myself next year. I
It's
don't
like-
understand
it's like
why
being-
the fuck you would lose your actual arm to get a robot arm.
Because you would have a robot arm!
I don't know why I have a lot of dreams about sword fighting. But I do.
Titties. Here's a dick, a penis.
I would wear my sister's clothes, wear the wig, stick tennis balls in the... He's
Right
got a
away.
huge dick.
If there's a blackberry in your trash, please don't mess with it.
She rolls into the room, bing bong, bing bong, bing. He's trying to get the speedrunning record for shoving his sister's mouth. The worst thing about her though is she angry shits.
It's all dead rats, except for Lenny. Lenny's the strongest. Oh my
Chris,
God.
I didn't even fucking see that one.
See what one?
White fuckers.
Oh man, you should have seen the whole.
If you can get a sound clip of you doing your cat, I will make that my ringtone.
Excuse me? I still hear about like adults shitting themselves all the time. I gave her explicit instructions that I was gonna be the genitalia, not getting fucked and carrying around a horse.
Oh,
Like,
it's a human penis.
well, that is penis.
Of all the ones I've seen, that's one of them. Like a Vine compilation.
Mine's one of those hour-long "Don't Kill Yourself" Vine compilations.
My wrists are already getting cut open. They're bleeding.
Tina's already seen all of them.
Listen, right now, my YouTube recommendations it's all British panel shows and Vine compilations.
I dug through my history for like 20 minutes trying to find a decent video that I'd seen in the last year, and it's interesting. There's like one whole section of 30 videos from me and Russ were just sending each other George Bush videos. There's a bunch of Monster Factory, a bunch of boys.
Solid all around.
I still don't have the final question. I don't have the favorite GoBicker thing video.
All of them.
All of them, yeah.
Episode 24.
The episode that'll come out like next June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our second return, not even a return episode at this point. It would be
Return
the
of
episode
Doki.
after the return episode.
Yeah, that's gonna be the one.
Okay, I think
It's gonna be a
I
good
think-
one.
I think the return episode should be random people. Actually, maybe even I shouldn't be there. It should be 4 completely random
Four
people.
random people and just be like, all right, just talk about stuff.
Just
do what you
argue.
do.
And then, like, the episode afterwards, we're like, yeah, can you guys, that was just weird.
No,
huh?"
he did. I
Yeah.
didn't like how
Like, I
racist
don't
we
remember
got,
being
but
that
it
mean.
wasn't that out of place either.
Maya got really, really racist there.
Normally she really doesn't
like
like it, but,
dropped a
like-
few octaves.
It wasn't that funny, but funny enough to make me laugh.
The other day, for some reason, I didn't even remember I had an Instagram. It just popped up on my phone. It kind of scared me.
I've been getting alerts from Tumblr for the last couple years, and it's always that this weird Russian porn bot is following you.
Is that how Tumblr works?
Pretty
Mhm.
much,
Is it-
yeah.
All your followers
You
are.
don't want to know how Tumblr works. None of us know how
I
it
don't,
works.
because I don't understand it. This is the one social media platform I've never touched,
It's just,
and it kind of scares me.
It's whiny, angsty teenagers and Russian porn.
So basically,
It's like
this
a
podcast.
dumbed down Reddit.
Yeah, again, definitely way more whiny and angsty.
Yes.
But I mean, definitely
Right.
the same amount of porn.
But it's
though.
like a lot, to be fair, a lot of fucking Reddit is just like, I don't get laid. Ugh.
Is it?
Yeah, from what I've seen at least.
I don't know, like the
What
third
I've seen is a
second
lot of
story
just
looking
like
at-
dank memes and arguing. It's actually pretty much like
Yeah.
GoBicker and website form. Or we're Reddit in a podcast form.
You can find both at once. Go Reddit/r/ whatever the name was. Then I can go to GoBicker and I think it redirects you. Anyway,
Eh,
this is.
who knows?
Yeah, I don't remember anymore. Honestly, I haven't touched. It's probably like full of Tim spamming, asking where the podcast is. Honestly, I haven't looked
Yeah.
at it in like 6. I made it really decent, and then I just kind of abandoned
Yeah,
it
very,
altogether.
very okay.
Yeah, actually, Tim posted on there 19 days ago. Got any of them podcasts? It's 3. To quote Tim, as I type this, it's 3 a.m. on a Thursday, like 2 days since I was supposed to reach the spiritual fulfillment from the voices of my 3 to 4 lovable losers, and it's crossed out, and dorks replaces it. But alas, I have been abandoned, for they have not bestowed upon me their weekly blessings upon my ears. I'm gonna go news shopping now.
I
I'm
mean,
just gonna post the link to the last episode in there for him.
because you
They
realize
should
though,
just turn this into an anime to more appeal to Tim.
you know, it'd be really great.
That's what the anime is for.
Anime. It would be great if when we came back we had an anime intro, but I'm not talented enough to do that.
No.
Oh well.
It's actually a bubble. Though. I have 5 readers. I don't know who those 5 people are, but thank you.
I think it pretty much says that all the time. So I don't know.
Very,
either.
very decently designed.
http://1usa.gov. Do as I say, not as I do. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
It kind of faded in. It kind of sounded like you floated into the call.
I have arrived.
Sounds like a plane that's going overhead.
Call back. Actually, you know
Alright, it
what?
should be a
I
little
changed my
bit better
mind.
for, like,
This
next-
is just gonna be a clip show.
It's just gonna be. I mean, that would make it a lot
should.
easier if we just kind of like. Have we told the world that we're murdering this tonight?
We touched on it.
Yeah, we're killing this. It's done forever.
So
we're
we're
all
actually
killing
doing it?
ourselves.
We're actually-
Kill the past.
Yeah.
Die if you have to. Wait,
This
that's
is
how
over
the line
forever.
goes.
Oh.
So the best of moments from the.
No, we're not.
Crusty
I'm not doing
Pickled-
that because
Not doing
doing a
that?
best of thing would involve me having to go back and rewatch them again.
And that would
no,
take
no, let me.
fucking
No, don't get me wrong. I mean, every episode, fucking cream of the crop. Obviously, I'm not. I don't want to. If you can think of your favorite moment, well, I'll put something together. But
There's some pretty great moments that I can think
yeah,
of.
this okay.
Mm.
Moment,
Bungle or Burgle.
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 Okay,
Oh,
you know
I
what?
still want
What-
a shirt for that.
One of the topics is going to be about the podcast. We'll get into it later. I think it's the last topic.
Well, yeah, I'll have a nice little look back. I thought I saved my nominations
Doki,
document.
Doki,
I don't know
Doki,
what I
Doki.
did. 'Cause I rebooted my computer too. I don't know where the fuck it went. All right, hold on. Just go on about your business. This does not pertain to you. This pertains to me. I don't know why I told you to hold on.
So, tonight, episode 22, season 1 finale is also happens to line up with the end of the year, and so we're going to be doing
What a quickie.
the inaugural podcast awards, Crusty Pickled Grandmas podcast awards.
Woohoo!
Actually, because we're recording this so far in advance, it gives me time to edit. So we might even have like little fancy like things to go along with all the awards. So who knows? I got so
Do I
long
just
to
have,
I'll
edit.
be
like, small
sending all of the
fireworks?
winners some chewed up tinfoil.
That would
with
be
an
an interesting
engraving
thing.
on
I would love to do that. I'll personally chew up the tinfoil myself.
No, some half-used bubble wrap. That also works.
Yeah, some half-used bubble wrap, some tinfoil.
Right.
It's gonna be great.
And some cashews.
White
Or maybe
fry.
just a PNG image of an award. I don't know. First award will be for YouTube Video of the Year. I think we all have nominations, correct?
Correct, Amando.
Domination, yeah.
I got a thing.
Yep, I said dominations. Award dominations. That's the thing that people have said before. Okay. Last
Just
time
watch like the first minute of it. That's really about it.
Alright, 19 seconds, and that's enough.
That's a long video. Mine's a lot shorter, and I will dump it now.
All the links will be in the description, so you can make your own
Informed
informed
opinions.
opinions. Okay, yeah, I'll watch. Oh, I love this guy, this boy.
Okay, that was pretty good.
That was good. That was good.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
Mine also short. It was actually a topic transition at one point recently, but I love it. I laugh so hard every time I watch it.
If I were to ever start a country with a communist government, wink, wink, wait 12 years.
Wink. Wait 12 years.
Wait 12 years.
That boy.
Still waiting for 2029 to happen.
Oh my
guys.
god.
And I discovered that he has an entire channel with videos like that. They're longer because it's just like a kid rambling. But his channel name is
So this
Scenable,
podcast.
and it's all about him like making political statements and whatnot. And he's obviously very pro communism.
Can we get him for season 2?
I would love
Please.
to.
For our
It'd be
political
weird to
commentary
get,
section?
It would be weird to get yet another child on the podcast. It would
Yeah.
make me feel a little weird.
Yeah.
Like he's
one child is
12,
too
he's
many.
a little
As
bit
as
older.
showrunner and executive producer, I would feel a little bizarre hiring all these children for our very very vulgar podcast. I mean, we literally had like
We're
a
exposing
5-minute
them
discussion
to,
about
evil.
dicks last week. I mean,
Did we?
yeah,
Did we?
remember the whole frisbee disc thing? And
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, this is mine. I fully expect you not to watch it. In fact, I'm encouraging don't
Okay,
watch
go
it. 'cause
ahead
it's
and just
fucking
vote on
20
the two
minutes
that are
long.
short.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty
I've
much.
seen
No,
this.
this one's great. I
Yeah.
love this video.
It's
Fuck. God
it's
damn it.
one of my favorite movies because
It is
it's
a
the sequel
okay, I changed my
to
mind. It's a beautiful
History of
video.
Japan, and that's like one of my favorite
I
videos.
love this video.
I love that
It's
video.
so good.
And I really like that channel and just all the weird things he does.
Wait, said Christopher Columbus, probably smoking crack. Hey, Spain, want to hire me to find India by going around back of the world? No, please, no, please, no, please. Okay.
Oh,
very
Bill
shit.
Wurtz is
long.
great.
It's very
Fuck.
long, but it's very good.
It's very worth it. I
Unlike
can't even
cartooners
tell
dick-
you how many
disc
times that I've
Very
watched
long,
History of
very
Japan.
good.
God damn. I was like, I got this, but
Yeah.
man, that's a very
Yeah, that one pretty much just tickles my pickle.
It's a very good video.
It is really
I
good.
am actually leaning more towards Chris's nomination.
I am too.
'Cause that one's pretty fucking funny.
That's pretty good.
No, I'm
It's
kind of
very
more
short.
towards cartooners. I like his.
Wink,
I
wink.
actually like Maya's.
I think we've all made good ones. Ah, shit. Why can't? Okay, real question here though. Before we actually do any sort of voting, why can't we do anything funny like that?
I don't.
I mean, we
Like,
can.
As
We
human
just
beings,
don't.
we're
have-
terrible.
Yeah.
Some people just have a specific like access to comedy that the rest of the world can't
Yeah, it's kind of.
tap into.
It's quite frankly not fair.
It's a hit and miss thing for us.
Well,
Sometimes we do a funny.
I think I'm gonna give my official vote for YouTube video of the year. Personally, is gonna go to generic Facebook death statement. God, even the How to Be a Professor video that I see in the recommended next video thing. That's also really funny.
They're
to think
all
about.
great.
Anyway,
They're-
but
he's just
I'm
like
gonna
a
get.
dog,
That's
dude.
what I'm gonna give that. I'm gonna give it to that.
Yeah, I'm also gonna give my vote to generic Facebook death statement.
Same here.
Yeah, why not?
Okay,
Let's just go
well.
for it before.
Sweeping victory
Whatever.
to Gus Johnson. Congratulations.
You'll be receiving your congratulations in Twitter.
You know, something else I appreciate about him as a person is how he looks.
Yeah,
Like-
he's just
Like how for a
He's got a
while, I don't
face.
think he has it at the moment, but for a while he had like a really weird, creepy old man mustache.
he
And
did.
he's, and
It
he's
was
like,
great.
you know, and he's like 21 or something.
Yeah.
It looks, it's a great look. I saw a video, another one of his where, and it really was really personal to me because he was him talking about people who in the winter always wear like t-shirts and shorts because they're trying to look cool and they just want people to be their friends because look, see how tough I am. And I really related to that because I don't wear much during the winter either. And it was just really, I'm like, you know what? I feel you, man. I mean, it was making fun of people who do
relate
that,
to
but
this.
I got it. I really, yeah. So yeah, I think that's it for that.
Congratulations, Gus Johnson.
I
You're
don't
the
I don't
best
know how to
video
do award shows.
You gotta get one of those things that you get at birthday parties.
Has some confetti falling on the So, how about the video game?
Game of the year.
Video game of the year.
Yeah, we're really fucking blasting through this thing.
Well, it doesn't
It's a
have
swift
to be a
death.
So-
podcast length
That's
video.
true. So there's the thing about a lot of these is I don't know how often all of us are playing like the most recent games, but
Yeah, we're bad at keeping up with new releases.
yeah, and you know,
Yeah.
So I believe all of the videos we put up were from this year. No, because I don't think the History of the World was.
No, it was. It was. I
Was it?
remember Yeah.
Oh shit! Then this year's been very long.
Yeah. It was posted on May 10th, 2017.
What?
Holy hot damn.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been a real fucking
well,
long year.
this year's taken fucking forever then. Okay, but I don't know. If,
What
I don't.
came
I
out
don't.
this
I don't know if
year?
I can say the same about all the games that we're gonna put up, or at least the one I have.
Yeah, 5 minutes before the podcast, I
Battlefront
looked
2.
up every single video game released this year because I don't play any.
Oh yeah,
But
well,
I
yeah. 'cause-
watched
They
this
just
one.
Overwatch.
That was
Is it
released
Overwatch?
last year. Get it fucking
Well, I was
right.
gonna say, my point in bringing that up is I don't like my choice isn't from. I think it's from 2015, but I just played it this year.
I think I know what game
Oh,
it is.
that's-
And honestly, I'm gonna nominate the same game because the game I would nominate for this year, I am the only one who has played. At least out of here.
What is it then?
I don't
Like,
know.
I was, if I had to
Usually
nominate
tie.
something from this year, I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2 lately, but I don't think anyone else here has played Destiny 2.
No, but I've heard a lot of good things about it.
It's a fun game. It's a good game, but I'm not gonna nominate it because it's not gonna get
Wait,
any
how
votes.
about we have like if we have a game picked out from this year, we share it, but then we could do overall game like best video game ever.
Yeah, we'll put up a bunch of shit and see what
Yeah.
happens.
We'll just
Here's
start
one's the
playing
best.
stuff to the wall and see what sticks.
Exactly. Wait, was it this podcast with the story about throwing a pig fetus at a wall or whatever it was?
Sorry, what?
Back up.
I think it Chris, I
Time
think it
out.
was your story.
What?
I think it
Oh
was.
no, it wasn't a pig fetus. It was a pig brain.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
I forgot about that story.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
man, yeah,
we're
that was a good
basically like
story.
that guy though. We're just gonna fucking whip
We're
the
just-
brain at a wall and see what happens.
We're just gonna fling shit at the wall. All right. So yeah, boy, howdy.
Yeah.
I think
I don't necessarily have a game of the year. Mine's in like
Wait, hold on,
three-way-
Black Ops.
Mine's
Wait,
I have
hold
3
on, Black
games I
Ops.
like.
Wait, hold on, Black Ops. You just started talking over people.
You can't do that. bud.
I could do it. This is the last episode of season 1, and I'm gonna assert myself before
Assert
going
my
back to-
dominance.
before going back to being shy as hell in season 2.
Fine, fuck it then.
All right, you guys can speak now.
My God.
Jesus fuck.
My recommendation for this year, my nomination rather for this year, would definitely be Doki Doki Literature Club because
I
I've seen
second
so
that.
many people play it. It is like mind blowing. It's crazy all the twists.
I know
But-
you fuck a fish, so.
That's the wrong game. That's fucking.
That's a
That's the
different
gay
titty
one.
game. God.
Yeah.
so hard. Right.
I still
But I
haven't
think-
gotten around to Doki Doki Literature.
Oh,
Oh,
Club.
it's
Good
so fucked
game.
up. Like again, I don't think because of the contents in it, I don't think we could like actually make YouTube videos off of it
Why
that
not?
aren't
People have
really
done it
fucked
already.
up.
Daddy.
Yeah, but Dream Daddy. Yeah, and I don't want to spoil anything, but I think overall, like my favorite game lately, because I've been playing it nonstop for like the last few weeks, has been Skyrim.
That's a very good game.
Such a good game.
Doki Doki Literature Club is a good one, and GTA 5 I played a lot of, but my for the year will be Friday the 13th.
What I've seen about Friday the 13th is that while not very many people who have played it, the ones who have seem to love it. I can confirm what I just said because since we recorded this podcast, I have played it and it is a lot of fun. So that's probably a good choice.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna go back real quick just a step. I think this is another thing I feel like we might have talked about in the podcast before. I'm not that big on Skyrim, so I don't. It's great that
Yep.
people enjoy it.
You're
But
just not one of them.
that's definitely not gonna get my vote. You know?
He likes Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh yeah, real.
Really
That's a
gets
fucking.
going.
That's
Gets you rock hard, doesn't it?
that really gets me going. Walking around
Gets
with
your
a confusing UI and shitty graphics,
Skipping around all the text.
boring combat, and skipping every text, everything. Just it's boring. I hate it. Wait, what? No.
We're very sorry to those who actually like
So-
this game.
You just like Skyrim. What's
My
your recommendation?
nomination For are we going? Or are we just bitching about Skyrim? Because I can start yelling about Bethesda games.
Please don't.
Is this
Please
why
don't.
okay to start
Please
talking about
don't.
Fallout
Please
4
don't.
again?
No.
Let me tell you about something that's in Skyrim that I don't like. And
You know
that's the
something
creator.
there's something bullshit
We
about
talked
Fallout 4
about
VR. Fallout
Skyrim the
4
other day.
VR
And it's
is
still
another
out there.
$60
It told me I could
purchase,
have a
and
free
it's like
trial.
60
Doki Doki
megabytes of extra foot of extra files. Is it weird that I talk to the camera even though the cameras aren't on?
A little bit, yeah.
Just slightly, but you know that's still pretty entertaining.
I was just wondering.
Anyway, so yeah, I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2 this year, but no one's gonna fucking vote for that because no one's fucking played Destiny 2. It's a great game. Everyone needs to play it. A game I'm gonna nominate for like video game of the last few years, which has really tickled my pickle, and I played a little bit of this year, has been The Witcher 3, and I think it's probably the same thing Cartoon was gonna say,
Yup.
but I'm gonna say it first. It is a fantastic, beautiful video game that everybody needs in their life. So my vote and my placement upon this mantle is The Witcher 3 because it's a godsend of a video game. It's perfect. And it's not like Fallout 4. It's a horrible game.
Okay, so we
Todd
got
Howard.
Now, because I feel like I should have a different, my own unique nomination, I'll switch mine to my first runner-up, which was the newest Hitman game, which
Hitman?
is a lot of fun.
What?
It kind of goes back to the older, like for whatever reason with Hitman Absolution, they like went, let's make it story-based instead. You kind of sneak around, but it's much more linear and not as interesting. And then with Hitman, I think it came out I think it was 2016. Yeah, they're like, you know what? No, we're gonna go back to weird, silly NPC conversations and lots of sneaking around and just shanking people in showers and wearing their skin. I mean, their clothes.
No, you're
And,
right.
and it's a lot of fun. And they recently released some like Game of the Year stuff, so they're still updating it even now. And like they added a clown outfit. And there's
Oh,
one
God.
of the missions
They
that
all
they
float down
released.
here.
You go to the fashion show in Paris, which came out with it's one of the original missions, and but the opening like cinematic thing is Agent 47 in a clown suit standing up right behind a guy. Like the shot is over his shoulder. You just see like fucking clown pop up. It's like so good shit.
If I ever had a clown phobia, I would after that.
Yeah. Well then you get to control the clown. You can just beat the fuck out of the guy with a bat. It's great.
That's great.
Yet it's I think the funny thing about that though is it's like a fancy fashion show party type deal, and yet this guy running around with big floppy clown shoes and a big poofy red wig, and it's just how silly.
Oh, look at that clown guy.
Oy vey.
Oy vey. Well,
So this is a pickle.
are there any other runner-ups, or is it time to vote?
I mean, my
So
other.
we got Skyrim, Friday
Hold
13th.
the fuck on, Black Ops.
Throw it in for
My
plug
other
for
runner-up was Human Fall Flat, but I'm assuming that's another thing that only I've played.
Oh, I have it now.
You have
Enjoyed
it. It's really, I mean, yeah, because it's a lovely little game. It kind of looks like Gang Beasts, but it's more of a platformer type deal. And it's
Yeah.
just a little cute little game. It has a nice soundtrack as well. So even if that one doesn't win, I highly recommend people play it. It's a lot of fun.
I'll have to give it a look.
I bet you it's cheap right now.
Yeah, this is Steam
I think-
sale.
I
It's a
think
great
it's
time.
cheap always.
Oh my god, I'm dying. It's a good time to pick up on our recommendations and play some of these wonderful games.
Yeah, if you watch the podcast like the day it comes out, which should be like New Year's Day. So I ended up getting kind of addicted to the hit show Community like a day after we recorded this episode. So while I had like a week to edit it, it's actually coming out late because I procrastinated too much by accident. So if you're watching this the day it comes out, it's possible the Steam sale ended like this morning, or you have like a few more hours to go, or it's like I'm cutting it real close. Anyway, back to the show. I think the Steam sale goes until tomorrow.
It ends January 4th, so you
January
have
4th,
time.
so it goes a
You
few
have
more
like
days.
2 or
So you
3
have-
days to go and buy every single one of these games and play them.
Yeah,
I
while you
should
listen
buy
to
The
every single
Witcher,
episode of
shouldn't
Crusty
I?
Pickled
you
Grandmas.
really should.
Yes.
I might wait till the summer sale, so because it will envelop your life.
Oh yeah.
That-
Okay.
I made the mistake of playing it during a semester, and it was very spooky. I wasn't sure if I was going to be wasting a bunch of money or not.
Your grades, it just kind of disappeared.
My grades went.
This is a very good game, though.
It's good. Good time.
It really tickles your pickle.
Oh yeah. I was just my pickle was getting real tickled the whole time. There's tits everywhere, like
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's good. So yeah, I guess if we're gonna go to voting, well, Hitman's great. My original choice was The Witcher 3, so I'm gonna have to vote for Chris's The Witcher 3.
I'm gonna vote for Witcher 3 as well because it's a great game.
I've never played it, but if it is anything like Skyrim, then I think I would very much enjoy it.
I've always said it's like Skyrim but good.
I still go with my choice.
Oh, okay, but what's Chris's thought on it?
Oh, Witcher 3?
Yeah, do you think it's like up to par or like better than Skyrim?
It's better than Skyrim. I
Okay.
appreciate Skyrim for what it is and the hundreds of hours it's
Just
given
like,
me in
yeah,
entertainment,
like,
but like
completely
everything about Witcher
Detach
3?
Todd Howard from it.
Yeah, it's like Skyrim if it wasn't shallow as shit.
That's
Yeah.
that's the thing
This is
because
from Skyrim.
you could
This
take
is like if you go back and watch one of my favorite episodes of Crusty Pickled Grandmas, we'll get to that later. The episode where we just
Bethesda rant.
complain about Bethesda for like an hour and a half.
I don't want to
This
go
is
back
something
to
I
it.
touched on where I was like, Bethesda games are very, very broad, but they're very, very shallow.
yeah.
And that's
Yes.
the defining difference of Witcher 3. It's very broad and very deep.
Yeah, because it's able to focus
like
and
A
craft
game that was
Geralt's
broad as
narrative.
Skyrim.
It could
Mhm.
it
is
can really
deep
go
as
deep.
something that's
yeah.
really deep.
Well, and the funny thing about The Witcher 3 as well is, I guess in the same sense as Skyrim, is you don't need to play the previous ones to get it. It does it
helps,
introduces you to this
but,
world in
yeah.
a really good way, so that you can jump right in and have an
Yeah, there's a
adventure.
little bit of background that helps if you read books or play the other games,
Yeah.
but you can jump straight into it because I know a majority of the people I know that played it have never touched into the previous
Mhm.
iterations of the
Yeah.
Witcher franchise.
I think that's
It's
probably,
very,
especially with The
very
Witcher
good
3,
game.
that's probably true.
I still think my vote's gonna go to Skyrim. Like the only reason for that is because I've never played Witcher 3. But if Skyrim wasn't on the table, then I would vote for Witcher 3. So
Okay.
I guess you can count that as like a half of a vote.
And mine still goes with
Third
Friday
vote.
13th.
Anyway,
So that would still make The Witcher 3 the winner.
Yeah.
Winner, yeah.
But a lot slimmer than Gus Johnson. So I think that says that Gus Johnson is better than The Witcher 3. I think that's what that's saying.
naturally.
I mean, is
Gus
that
Johnson wins the better
debatable?
than the Witcher 3 award. Witcher 3 wins the slightly not as good as Gus Johnson award.
I think that's what I'll do with those.
On to movies.
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 Obviously, probably everybody could guess what my movie is for the year.
I actually can't.
The Last Jedi.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair
See,
enough.
I was thinking about that, but in the end, while I love The Last Jedi, it doesn't even make my top 3 for my picks for this year.
Hmm.
I've only seen one movie this year, and I
Oh wait,
really
it
didn't
actually,
care for it.
actually, wait a second. Yes, it does. I wrote the same movie twice on my list.
Jesus Christ, cartoon.
I'm like, wait a second. Oh, wait, that's the same movie. Goddamn idiot. Okay, switch that. Actually, The Last Jedi is my 3rd runner-up.
See, it actually did correct.
Oh my
list.
god.
So,
Alright, so what's your top pick?
My-
or top 3 pick?
My
if you would like to
personal
share with the
top
class.
movie of the year is Baby Driver, directed by Edgar Wright and starring Ansel Elgort. It's a little. I almost don't want to like it at this point now because Kevin Spacey's a prominent character in the movie.
Yeah.
But it's a great movie. I had a lot of fun watching it, and because
just like
as
it for the movie, not for
as
the person.
someone who, well, yeah, but I don't want to watch any Louis C.K. specials anymore because I'm just gonna be thinking about how he likes to jerk off in people's faces. I can't. It's hard to
No.
separate it. But the thing about Baby Driver, as somebody who does a lot of editing, it's like the editing is such a huge part of the movie, along with the soundtrack. But it's like the movie's edited to the songs in the movie in like such a perfect, beautiful way, and I just love it.
So what's your second one?
My
I just wanna
second one
know
was
that.
Logan.
Oh,
yeah.
I forgot that Logan came out this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has it? Did it? Jeez, when did it come out?
That was like February, March.
This year's gone on too long.
It has. It's been a very long year. It feels so
Yeah.
short, but so long.
Hmm.
Yeah. The issue
It's
with
weird.
actually, honestly, right at this point as well today, I'm having a lot of issues thinking about how great some of these movies are. Even though I can talk passionately about Baby Driver, I'm still thinking about the fact that Peter Capaldi regenerated last night, and it's really it's taken over my brain.
Oh, I thought your movie of the year would actually have been Grease.
I've seen Grease before this year.
That's
though.
movie of the century.
I mean, yeah, it's like top 3 of all time, sure.
Yeah.
But I'm not like things I've seen for the first time this year. That's my whole idea with this. Like, even if it didn't come out this year, it's still like I saw it this year.
Yeah.
So
I
for the
think-
next podcast awards, if you somehow discover something from 2012 and you're like, this is a thing I've really enjoyed this year, that'll be fine. And same for this year. So
I was torn between 2 movies. It was It and Get Out, but I think overall
Get
Get Out was my favorite for this year. Mostly because it just had so much, like, not necessarily hidden meaning, but it's like if you picked up on all the cues, it painted like a much larger story.
mm.
And then plus the I can't think of the word. The camera work was phenomenal. Cinematography was phenomenal.
Cinematography.
Cinnamon.
And they really like managed to work up like without having super big jump scares either. They managed to like make me super anxious too, just watching it, which was really, really well done. And the only reason why it was there is because I love horror movies, first of all, and second of all,
Horror movies.
it was made out of it was made from Stephen King, one of the few remaining survivors from Maine. after-
Allegedly.
after-
Wow.
Allegedly.
The alleged.
Well, the man was
After the
hit by a
alleged.
car,
Wow,
and he still survived that.
damn, son.
Well, the
See,
only
that's what
two
happens
movies
in
that I
quote-unquote
saw this
Maine.
year were Justice League, like that came out this year that I can remember, was Logan and Justice League. And Justice League was kind of so-so. But Logan was a fucking masterpiece, and I love it. And it's a very, very good movie. And it's one of the best superhero movies. And that's gonna be my vote right there. It's gonna be Logan. It just tickled my pickle in all the right ways.
I gotta say my runner-up was Jeepers Creepers 3 because I actually paid money to go see it for the one night only thing, and I regret my decision.
I regret that.
Yet it's still your runner-up.
I think it is by law. You have to sign a thing when you go.
Make sure when you
No, I
go
was
home
singing,
and
like,
you're doing your
the
podcast
very,
that this
very
movie
front,
is number 2.
like, I was sitting up, like looking at the movie.
Oh, yeah.
God, why?
I think I about broke my neck. Just continue looking up.
The second time I saw The Last Jedi, we almost had those seats. But then they're like, by the way, if you want to go see it in 3D, actually, you'll have better seats. We're like, fuck it. Yeah, we'll go see it in 3D.
Mhm.
And ended up being better that way. So yeah, we ended up sitting in the back row in a nice view. And like the glasses are sort of uncomfortable, but it was fine.
I didn't even know Jeepers Creepers 3 was a thing.
You do now.
I do now. I didn't even know there was a second one. I just knew there was a
It was
one.
a Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, and I didn't know that it
It wasn't
because I
even
saw it when
plural,
I
it
was
was
younger,
Jeepers.
and then I was just like,
It's
that was a
sort
movie.
of a shame that they didn't call it Jeepers Creepers Jeepers Creepers and
The creepest.
Jeeperist Creeperist.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you can already tell like what I was in for
Wait,
just by
is
looking
that
at
the
this.
Undertaker from the hit WWE? I think maybe.
WWE.
I don't know enough. I don't know. I wish I knew things about wrestling so I can make wrestling
Oh, you
references.
too.
But I don't know anything.
Wrestling seems like something that would be so cool to pay attention to, but I know nothing
Yeah,
about
I
it
feel like I'm too late.
or how to get into
Oh, I
it.
feel like-
Yeah,
I feel like I need to start
missed
watching
yeah.
it 15 years ago. Dan.
Because I picked up on a lot of stuff through proxy through Reddit, and it looks really cool and entertaining.
Yeah.
But I have no idea how to even just dip
Yeah.
my toe.
Now, wait,
in the
I don't know
pool of
if
sweaty dudes
cool-
rubbing each
I
other.
don't know if cool is the right word. I don't think anyone thinks it's cool except
Are
for
you
like young
telling me
kids.
there's nothing? Are you,
Yeah.
are you
Have
telling
you
me
seen
there
a
are things
hoster?
cooler than people rubbing their sweaty bodies against
not-
each other?
listen,
Have you
angrily
seen
I'm not
Hulk
grinding?
saying
Hogan?
I'm not saying it isn't great. I'm just saying it's cool the right adjective.
Oh, thank you. You're the right adjective.
Because, yeah. But
Okay, what
listen,
are our overall
I've
votes?
seen the hoster. He's quite a boy, but I don't
He's
think
quite the
cool
boy.
is the word I'd use for him.
Are you telling me you wouldn't refer to Randy Macho Man Savage as cool?
No,
Randy
I
Macho
would
Man
never.
Savage.
I'm a little disappointed in you.
Sorry, but it's not the. It's. I don't think that's correct.
That's
It's
not the
not
correct
right.
etymology.
I think you would get that question wrong on the quiz of what's cool in life. Question 3: What's cool? And you go, the hoaxer, and they go, wrong. It's
Not correct, bud.
It's
You're
Dwayne the
blowing off
Rock
the
Johnson. You were close with the whole wrestling thing, but it's actually
Dwayne the
it's actually
Rock
the
Johnson.
individual wrestlers, not wrestling as a profession.
It bothers
Actually,
me when
now,
people
hold on.
call
Now-
Dwayne
now, hold on.
The Rock Johnson just Dwayne Johnson.
Now hold on.
Yeah, it's
Hold
weird.
on.
It's the
I gotta
Rock in the
change
middle.
things a little bit. I think there's a lot of cool bits in wrestling. There's a lot of cool people like Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson to you.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Johnson.
Dwayne
The
Rock.
Dwayne.
Like
Rock.
Gary Busey.
The Dwayne Rock, the Dwayne Johnson. But and the idea of saying, what do I do for a living? Oh, I'm a wrestler. That's also cool. But it is also a lot of dorky, cheesy things.
Oh god.
So that's why I just can't fully commit to the cool adjective at this moment in time.
It's not the right adjective.
It's not the right
It's more
adjective.
lukewarm.
This is pretty much actually, besides the racial tension I mentioned last week, debating adjectives is also very common in my family holiday get-togethers.
Racial tension.
It's a lot of like, actually.
Actually?
This.
God bless.
So
I vote for Get Out as the best movie of this year.
See,
for
now,
Logan.
another issue I have with Get Out isn't with the movie itself; it's with the people I watched it with. Because I never ended up
the
seeing,
right adjectives.
I never ended up seeing it in theaters, but I saw it with a couple friends, DVD or Blu-ray, like a month ago,
Right.
and
Alright.
it was a good movie, but all the like twists were ruined because one of the people kept looking to the other person, like because she knew it was coming, and so she's like, "Hey, you remember this
Oh.
part?" Pretty much with with her eyes. I'm like,
Hey,
"Oh, so something's about to
you like
happen."
it?
Oh, yep, something happened. Or it's like any
Yeah,
of
that
the or any of the
sucks.
things you're meant to pay attention to that you wouldn't know about on a first viewing. I knew about because I knew to pay attention because she kept going,
Yeah.
look at that.
Ooh, yeah.
So
Yeah, that can really ruin it.
yeah, especially with a movie where
Especially
you're
in,
not
like,
supposed to know
thrillers.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I appreciate Get Out, but I can't. It didn't
It was,
work
like,
for me.
soiled for
based,
you
yeah, it was
because of the
soiled
people
based
you
on
watched it with.
circumstance.
Soiled it.
Unfortunately,
Soiled it.
but I'll make sure to go see the next Jordan Peele movie like right away.
Oh my god, he's like
So it doesn't get ruined
what was he
again.
from? Key and Peele.
Yeah.
He's like a great comedian, but fucking his movies are mind blowing.
Well, and this
one
was his
movie.
first one, yeah.
This movie.
Which
Yeah.
makes
I
it even
agree.
more
His
mind-blowing.
movie was mind blowing.
I was a little bit surprised when people said it was a good movie. Like
Yeah.
I didn't expect. It wasn't that I thought he would not be a good. I just didn't see him as a good serious director.
Well, there was a few things I thought was weird when it was coming out. Was that I saw the commercials for Get Out, and I'm like, that looks fucking weird, dumb.
Get out.
Yeah.
And then I saw, and then also like directed by Jordan Peele. I'm like, look, boom. okay.
Yeah, I was like, this is gonna be just
And
kind of
then-
a cheesy movie.
Yeah, and then it
Amazing.
comes out and everyone's like,
And then
holy shit, that
everyone's
was like the
yeah.
greatest fucking movie. I'm like, wait, hold on. That weird commercial by that guy?
What?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, I didn't
That
like.
boy
I
can't
thought
make a good movie.
when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, that looks interesting." And then once it came out, everybody kept talking about how phenomenal it was. And then a lot of people kept talking about, like, arguing. Like, some people were like, "Well, it has nothing to do with race." And I was like, I
Wait,
must see
wait,
this for myself
hold
to
on.
see if it does have to do with race.
I mean, it very much does.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know how you could argue
They
anything.
were
but
killing
that.
him. Yeah, they were just getting black people to transfer white. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and even if that,
That's
even
not
if it
racist.
turned out in the end that it was more than just black people, there was still a lot of race stuff
Oh
in the
God,
movie.
yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
even if the twist in the end that was just everybody, but it's like no. It's there's definitely race involved. So that's a silly argument. I haven't
But
heard
it
that.
was subtle.
It wasn't exactly subtle either.
No, it was like straight up
Like,
outright.
you guys can't see it, but I'm kind of putting quotation
Ah.
marks around. Subtle.
Oh,
Comedian
What a
of the
boy.
year right here, guys.
yeah, a fifth category
wanna
comedian of the year.
die.
I'm giving it to Sheriff Black Ops. He's what a riot. And I don't think he molested anyone. So based on other
He
comedians,
don't
that
think.
really gives him a leg up.
That's true. Alright, so we have Logan for Chris, me for Get Out. What are your two votes?
I'm gonna
Still say Jeepers Creepers 3.
I'm gonna give it to Get Out because like Logan was exceptional, and I might have liked the movie more, but I think in the context, Logan had more of a chance of succeeding than Get Out did. Like Get Out was better than it had any right to be, considering.
You had no right to be that good. They, like slapped you across the face. Wrong. Bad.
Well, no, it's good. Great job.
Wrong.
Congratulations. But it's like you would expect a big budget superhero movie to at least be entertaining enough, but it's like a comedy writer going and making a suspense movie that turned out actually really good. That's like it's not something you would expect. So I think just because of
Yeah,
that,
I
I'm
can
gonna give it
see
to Get
if
Out.
I had just seen the movie, I'd probably vote along the same lines, but I still haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is
fair.
very good,
Yeah,
so
see that-
I
yeah,
can-
that-
I can
that-
respect it. I can respect the choice.
That kind
I
of
respect
pickles
this
that
too,
up.
but I still like The Last Jedi.
So that wins it. That would be Get Out winning the award of a little bit less great than Gus Johnson.
Dude, what if Gus Johnson ever did a suspense movie?
Oh, that would be great. I want to watch it.
I want him to do
The
more stuff.
Facebook.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
don't, yeah.
there was a little while where I'm like, okay, but then I just kind of something clicked in me, and I'm like, this guy's great. So this is why do okay? Maybe we'll just call this the Jerking Off Gus Johnson Awards because that's kind of what we keep doing. But he's very funny.
We're doing a pretty good job of it.
One of my
really gets me
other
going there.
channels I was going to mention earlier, might as well now, just so we could stop jerking one guy off, jerk off another one. Is what's Pro ZD Kip or something like that?
Oh yeah,
Or-
the voice actor.
Yeah, the voice guy.
Yeah, he's a
Or
good guy to jerk off.
Formal Viner now just
Yeah.
does like a lot of does YouTube stuff because Vine is gone. But I think now that he's gotten more time than 6 seconds, he's been able to make longer, funnier stuff. I mean, still they're generally like 30 to 45 seconds, but still adding that little bit of extra time is nice. And also like he's been in other things now too. Like he's on Rocket Jump's Anime Crimes Division, which is really funny. And then he's been on a couple of Rooster Teeth stuff recently as well, which is weird.
Oh.
So I'm just proud of these young boys. You know what I mean?
They're such good boys.
They're such good
They're,
boys. and
they're the
just-
boys that we can only dream to be.
Yeah, and they're just really doing it. You know?
They're doing their funny man jobs.
Yeah.
Proud of them.
Proud of you, kids.
So the next category in the Let's Jerk Off Gus Johnson for an Hour awards
In the-
is as we start to slow down and work the shaft. We're getting to our final category.
Which
I'm
will
aware of.
win the award of will never be as funny as Gus Jordan,
Johnson.
but funnier than the other
Gus
stuff.
Jordan.
Gus Jordan.
You've been saying his name
What?
for an
Yeah.
hour, and you just
Gus
you
Jordan.
just said a completely
Wait, who
different
is the last
person.
name of Jordan?
Michael?
Michael?
It's Dale
Hal?
Why am I thinking of Gus Jordan? I need to like,
Jordan
Google
Peele,
that. Who's
probably.
that
But
baby?
God bless your tiny
like we
little
said
baby
it like
brain.
15 times just now. Like, and yeah, Gus
Gus J.
Jordan.
Hansen. Jordan. Jesus
Gus
Christ.
Johnson.
So what's the best episode of this podcast of ours in the last 20 episodes? 21 episodes.
It's hard to pick just one, huh?
Yeah, I think they're all great, and you can find them all at GoBicker.com.
You might as well just binge them, while we're on break.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
like
much. It'll last it. I mean,
It's like
you
40 hours of your life you're never gonna get back, but I think they're.
You do one a day, it'll take you 22 days, including this one.
Mhm.
Or you do one a week, it'll take you 22 weeks, including this one. So, I mean,
Watch them backwards, forwards, or somewhere in the middle. They're all great.
yeah, really.
Or sideways.
The main point though is we want to get our viewer retention up. So if you would just go ahead and do that, and then you know what,
play
as
some
long as
music
you're
in the
just doing
background.
everything we say, go ahead and tell 15 of your closest friends about us, and then have them also watch and do all that stuff.
And then have them share with 15 of their closest
Exactly,
friends.
exactly. This is a pyramid
And
scheme.
if they don't have 15
This
closest
is the
friends,
perfect pyramid scheme.
This is literally how pyramid schemes go.
Do you want to not get rich and spend the rest of your days watching a mediocre podcast?
Hey,
I have an
listen,
idea for you.
hold on.
Yeah.
It's not
15.
mediocre. It's just not
It's-
real good.
it is fantastically
Gus
edited.
Johnson level.
However, just not on Gus Johnson level with just
Yeah.
Gus Jordan.
What's the issue? The
What did I
issue.
say?
What are you saying now? What are your?
I think all of our episodes are very beautiful in their own respect.
I think
I think my top two are the live one, the
The one that shall not be mentioned.
yeah, episode 10 and the last episode. Those are pretty good.
still episode 21 and episode 10.
Yes.
Episode sounds pretty good. I'm a fan of Flesh Cake, or in our hour-long conversation.
Oh,
about
that's
Meatloaf.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
Uncle Fair.
very good one. And I think an honorable mention definitely needs to go to the fact that Cartooner managed to talk for 45 minutes and 37
Oh
seconds
The
about Grease.
entire script
Yeah.
of Grease.
That was my written down nomination, just because
Yeah.
anybody that's able to do that deserves
Yeah.
a very solid bowel movement.
I will take a very solid shit in your honor.
The award for very solid bowel movement goes to
Good cartooner.
My nomination, my solid bowel movement is gonna go to the Kitt episode.
the Kid episode.
The Kitt episode had a lot of really garbage bits, mainly because of the very shitty audio quality coming from a van driving through the south.
Oh,
But-
yeah. Oh, dude, I forgot he was in his
Road
car
trip,
all
I
the way
forgot
home.
about that, yeah.
I think
That, okay, I changed my nomination. That was my favorite.
Yeah, I think,
The
yeah.
issue-
The literal call in from rural Georgia, the 2-hour drive
right.
for an
Oh my god.
Chick-fil-A moment.
Yeah.
The Halloween special also was one of my favorites.
Oh,
I,
Special was
I gotta
good.
change mine. The Kid episode's my favorite one.
Yeah, Kitt was great, but I almost wonder if it was more fun than it was entertaining. I don't
It was
know.
very fun to do. It was probably recording wise. It was probably my favorite one to do.
Yeah, that was the most fun I've had recording in one of these episodes for sure. And I guess it's still my favorite episode, but I almost wonder if it's like a biased type of thing.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely. So far as production goes, that was the best one to make because it was
Yeah.
just such a disaster.
But then as far as production quality goes, it was definitely by far the worst.
Oh, God.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Even boy, howdy, I really want to watch that episode again now.
Which you can do
I
on the
can't-
break.
Oh, yeah.
After this
Yeah, I
episode.
just can't. I drive by that Chick-fil-A now like once a week, and every time I do, I just. It's
You know
just
what?
a moment
When
where
you
I'm like,
next time you go, make sure just bring him an award.
Yes.
Even if somehow plot twist this doesn't win, just bring him an
Best
award anyway,
bowel
just for
movement.
being the most fun episode to make.
I think I will. Yeah, I'll go. I'll leave it on top of the toilet where it just.
What we can do is leave a real stiff turd on there right on the counter. There you go. This is sincerely
This is your award.
GoBicker.
This is from GoBicker.
Jesus Christ.
This is we've had a lot of interesting episodes. Kind of looking back at the.
It's a lot of weird shit. It's a
Yeah,
very-
we've had a lot
I
of.
think if
all the
nothing else,
55,000 podcasts I managed to do in like the past 2 years. This one's had just the most moments that stand out.
yeah.
It's just like, boy.
Oh,
that
that's
was
because I
impressive.
think you brought this up on one of our. I think it might have been on the twofer we did on our twosome when we just laid together in a bed and talked
It's
about
all pillow talk.
talked about Bethesda for 2 hours.
It was literally 2 hours. I don't know how we managed to make it 2 hours, literally just talking about Bethesda the entire time.
No, it was like an hour of Bethesda. In like an hour, we talking about Legos. But
Oh yeah, that's a fairly solid rant in there about Legos.
actually,
miss Legos.
right. I lost my train of thought. The reason that Crusty Pickled Grandmas has worked for us better than these other ones that these podcasts we've done is that it's not like, all right, what happened in tech this week, or what happened in gaming.
It's not as well, it's structured, but it's not as structured. And I think like this is the first one that I've done that's not specifically revolved around tech or gaming. It's just
it comes up
Just
because it's
general
part of our
stuff.
thing.
which I like.
It's just we sit down, we fuck around, and so whenever this does come back, things will be different. But I think at its heart, it'll be the same.
Yeah, it's still gonna be us talking about random stuff. We're just gonna restructure some stuff to make it more.
I think
appealing
the
to a broad
biggest
audience.
changes will be in like the wrapper it comes in, but it'll be the same old
Yeah.
nougaty cream on the inside.
It's gonna be the same. It's like if you took a Twix bar and wrapped it up in a Snickers wrapper and sold it as a Milky Way.
Actually, yeah.
What
This
is that?
the part of selling it for something it's not. That's definitely something we do. It's great podcast.
You,
Wink, wink.
Yeah, it's a wonderful
Wink,
podcast.
wink, wait 12
Moments.
years.
Just wait 12 years. And communism takes over.
Never-
Yeah, but we've had a lot of moments. It's been an interesting one. What's the longest one we've done so far? I think it was
It was
the
I mean,
It was definitely a live one.
the live one,
Episode
but then like an
10.
actual episode was
I'm from the West, milady is 2 hours 40 minutes and
Yeah.
3
yeah,
seconds.
by the end of that one, it was just kind of
Yeah.
like, all right, hold on.
That was a long one. I don't even remember what we talked about that episode.
Well, check the description. It
Dragging
has a
out 3
very
hours.
basic rundown.
Oh man,
Swords
what
versus
helpful tool.
revolvers. Why did we have an entire section on Hurricane Irma?
I don't know. We talked. Oh, I think we talked about Rivet. I think actually. Oh wait, was that the one we had people in on? No. That was episode 10 when we brought Rivet in.
Hold on. Why does our final topic begin at 49:53, but it goes on for like 2 more hours of just
Was that the
nothing?
first episode that we
Because
did questions?
that's how we do things.
All right, this is
No.
very fair.
That may have been the first episode we did questions.
I
And
feel
Timbo
like
Bar.
I, feel like I
Oh,
would have
Questions.
mentioned it in the script. Well, actually, I don't know
I don't
about
know.
that.
I can't remember when we started doing questions.
You know what? Actually, let me say the thing I'm most excited about whenever we come back in a few weeks or a month or year or whatever is
Decade.
redoing my Google Doc, because right now it's like 20 pages, or how long is it? It's 21 pages and it's a mess.
Jesus.
Why is it so long?
Because I have every episode, like my notes on here, and there's a lot of episodes.
That's
It's almost
true.
like there's 22 episodes now.
Just gonna give you a heads up, guys. We'll be back in the summer. Maybe.
Probably, maybe.
I think
Maybe.
our current plan is to do.
We're gonna have an interim show.
I think we're gonna have a D&D show for a little while. That'll go for like 20 episodes ish, maybe less, maybe more, and then
I need to get into D&D
and then
first.
revert back to the podcast,
Mhm.
or maybe we'll do both at some point. I don't know.
I would wanna
It really
die.
really depends on the
We'll see
schedule.
what level of production value we can
Yeah.
work out.
And we also, like, for that, we'd have to find somebody willing to be a DM. Because, like
Yeah.
I said, I'd be okay with it, but you guys probably wouldn't be.
I don't know. It depends.
I'm
I mean,
sure one of us could figure it
I
out.
would rather have like another
Somebody
person
who's
do it.
more used
Because
to
it's
it,
like
yeah.
we're like the main cast and crew, and it would be weird for
Mhm.
one of us to have to step off to the side to be the DM as well. But at the same time, I mean, it's not like the DM just doesn't do anything.
No, yeah, the
So I
DM.
don't know.
The biggest part of it is the DM talks the most, and I don't think you guys want to hear my voice just
I would kill
continuously
myself.
for
If-
several hours.
If you were
yeah.
like,
I can talk
I'd
about
roll 20 to kill
I think it'd be a
myself.
lot worse. But
Oh, don't get me wrong. I've definitely in the campaign I've been DMing. I've absolutely given the voice of to some of the characters, some of the NPCs.
they just scream. Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
literally shoot
Good.
myself on live on air.
Just
Well.
kill the character, and then the voice is over.
Yeah,
Simple solution.
See,
That's how D&D works.
I can only kill so many people.
yeah, fuck. I could get bad. The murder,
Could get bad.
the murder could get real
Yeah,
bad.
the murder rate would spike drastically.
Because he would be like, "Welcome to the tavern." You're like, "All right, I'm gonna kill everyone in the room." They're
Welcome
like,
to the tavern. All right, roll 20 to kill everybody in here, so we don't have to hear any voices.
I don't want any NPCs. I just want to drink.
I just want it to be us.
Gross.
Like,
Yeah,
or like
I
you know,
just
so
wanna
someone
come
you
in.
end up talking to someone, you're like, and I just go A.
I just want. I just
What
want.
do you-
story.
What are you doing? I'm skipping dialogue.
Hey, hey.
Yawn, boring. Where's the pussy at?
The
You see,
princess is in
you should
another
go to
cat?
because it's very. It's like when you like skip dialogue and then it immediately cuts off what they're saying in the middle of them saying it.
Yeah, exactly.
A-E-I-O-U, and
And
sometimes murder.
sometimes
Sometimes murder.
and sometimes murder.
Probably a lot of murder.
So yeah, well, the D&D is gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
We'll figure out
again.
some
It's
way
gonna
to
be
do it.
in a few weeks because we gotta like work out when people are around.
Yeah,
I'm
scheduling's
good every
fun.
Saturday.
I'm never good.
That's
Well, that's the thing. We either gotta find Chris 2 or something. I don't
I'll
know.
figure something out. I need to. I'll, much like the bowel movement that I'm gonna have after the last segment. I'll make something more solid.
Jesus Christ.
There's maybe when we have a new intro, it'll just be a shit like a shit.
It
That's
very
it.
A
accurately
shit being
describes the
shacked,
show.
you might say.
So my vote is episode the one with the Kitt on it.
Episode with Kitt.
Episode the
Episode
one
with
with
Episode
the
bungle.
Kitt.
It's episode 18.
My vote is episode 18 as the best GoBicker.
I second that.
18. I third that.
All right.
Overruled.
Overall,
No, I've been overruled all night.
Overall,
Okay, award for the
episode
best
3 wins.
bowel movement in 22 episodes goes to episode 18, which is special guest Orgeron Kitt. I think everyone needs to sit down and watch that one through in its
Yeah.
entirety just to absorb
And
everything that
the
it
funny thing
is.
about that one is Russ is technically there.
Yeah, Russ is
Like,
there. He was
just
visible for
fucking
that
sitting there
episode.
cracking open a
One,
packet of
one
Walmart, whatever.
3 episodes that Russian Afroman is
Russian
there.
Afroman was playing with them nuts.
He loves playing with his nuts. I think we should give an honorable mention to George Bush sucking on that
Yeah.
nut.
Actually, that's the other
The
thing I want to do.
inaugural
I
episode
just-
of the Elite
yeah.
Show podcast.
Let's reminisce. Yeah, we can talk about our origin story, about about how in the first episode the intro says the Elite Show podcast, and now I don't know if any of us are part of the Elite Show anymore. I suppose
Nope, I quit.
No, we all
I'm still
quit.
vaguely there.
so.
You need to
Oh,
quit.
okay. So we
It's in
have
your terms
we have
of
one
service.
we have one sort of Elite Show member still, but literally everyone else has quit.
Yeah.
Yet that's
There
something
are.
on the channel.
My left,
I
like,
think
30
Let me
people.
whip out a calculator real quick. Yeah.
So that's
Well,
a
there's
decent
more.
number. Yeah,
there's
we've
enough
had,
people where you
we've
need a
had some
fucking
interesting
calculator,
episodes.
so that's a lot.
39
That's still too
are
many.
still.
So that means what? 3 active people then?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just
Uh-huh.
them saying. Cut that out. I don't want to make fun of people. I know they're not gonna watch it. I just don't want to make fun of them.
Yeah, that's fine.
I do.
Jeepers
Oh, it's your
Creepers.
Flesh Horse shirt. I heard you got a Flesh Horse shirt.
It's a hoodie and it smells fucking disgusting.
Have you worn
I
it
have to
every day of
wash
your
it.
life?
No,
Yeah,
no,
for
no,
whatever
no,
reason, everything you buy from online shops smells.
Yeah.
It
fucking
smells so
terrible.
bad.
Doesn't smell wonderful.
My mug, I got a Flesh Horse 2 mug, and it's great. I haven't used it yet, but it's great. It looks fantastic.
It's kind of funny
Um,
that
What do
I
people in your
actually-
life think about your decisions when
My
they look
mom's the
at
one
you
that
like
bought them for me, and apparently she's proud of me.
She's proud.
Weird. Why?
She's proud of the
She's
things
never
that
seen
I've
an
done.
episode of this podcast, has she?
Apparently not.
Well, she knows enough to be able to find our Redbubble store, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think she went to redbubble.com/sha or gobicker.com/sha.
Redbubble.com/share.
Sorry, my piratism was coming out there.
You got to go find her booty. Gobicker.com.
Okay, I just got an idea of what we can. So we should put out stuff in the meantime between shows, but
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
don't need to be podcast length. They don't even need to be minute long length. 'Cause I'm just looking.
Just thing.
We have a couple short things on the channel, and like the ads that I made sometimes, we could still do shit like that in the meantime.
Yeah, I mean, we should continue to do things on this wonderful channel because it's worth a shot for all 20. We finally have 20 subscribers.
20.
I still think we should do the
Dude,
game.
we're 20% of the way there.
We got a
Just-
new one today.
Wow.
Then holy shit.
Welcome, new this
This is so
We love
sad. It's so sad though. Like you listen to other people. They have so many people. They can't even. They can't even.
They
can't even
Well,
even
we're
address
taking the
it
horse out back to
Thank
shoot
you,
it.
subscriber number 20.
So we can get a
like
new
yeah.
horse.
They don't know that when every new subscriber happens, they're just like yeah we have
Yeah, there's-
thousands billions.
There's a wonderful moment every time you get a subscriber on a small channel where you just kind of
Yes.
have that moment of like,
I
yes.
trapped another one. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I caught another one, and then the next day you log on and 4 are gone, and you're like, shit.
No, see, that's the nice thing about GoBicker is we don't lose many.
Yeah, we don't lose as many as we gain.
How many are we up to now? 25, 26?
We literally,
We
the
are
whole conversation
literally
is about how
20.
we're at
I
20.
just said we had 20.
Black Ops.
Jesus God.
In season 2, will you start listening? That's my only request. I think if we keep everything else the same, that
Yeah,
would
would
be
you
my
stop
one
bitching
change
at
I'd
me?
make. Is that everyone here listens to what other people are saying, even if it's like there's a mishearing or a miscommunication. At the very least, there's an attempt to pay attention. That's my only wish.
Yes, as my New Year's resolution, God, I will start listening more.
Thank
Good.
God.
Thank
Glad
my
you guys
maker.
can understand sarcasm as well.
Oh, so you're not actually
You're
gonna
welcome.
Yeah, I will.
do it? It wasn't sarcasm. It
I
wasn't.
just-
So anyway, yeah, we're gonna be we're gonna do some stuff. We're gonna change some stuff up here on GoBicker. Make
Yeah, I
it
don't
bigger,
know.
better.
I think,
wetter,
yeah, like I
dreamier.
said, I think the biggest thing would be
It's
the
gonna
wrapper.
make more noises that disturb people.
I'm not sure.
We're
Still
gonna
get
wrap
that
it up in an
bumble.
all new
Got that
wrapper.
Bogo
We're gonna
shirt
give it
now.
a new name.
Like, yeah,
We're
it's,
gonna have
this is gonna
so
this
many
is
shirts.
for sure gonna be the last episode of Crusty Pickled Grandmas.
Yeah, this is the episode where we take it out back and shoot it and bury it in the hole.
we shoot our grandma right in the fucking
Yeah, we're gonna take and shoot this crusty pickle grandma.
We're gonna have grandma.
gonna
Put her
We're
out
gonna
of
have
her
grandma
misery.
sit on the shotgun and fucking kick the trigger.
Oh my god.
She is gonna be blown away.
Her asshole is gonna come out of her mouth.
So what this means is you need to go right now to gobicker.com/store and you need to buy all the Crusty Pickle Grandma's merchandise that you can, which is basically one thing,
Yeah, it's
which
just-
is like the stickers, the clocks, just everything with that little pickle on it. Because it's gonna go away one day. Probably not, because we're too lazy.
I don't
to
think
edit
it probably
this.
will, because this is still part of the channel. It's just like
It's the heart and core. It's our bread and butter, and
It's
soon
the
it's just
root.
gonna be soon the bread's gonna be a little moldy, and we're gonna replace it with new bread.
Huh.
But it's still gonna be there in the corner, always reminding us because we don't get rid of things here. We just kind of leave them on the counter and let them degrade.
yeah,
and get kind of mushy.
like our crusty pickled grandma.
Yeah, we're just gonna let it kind of hang out.
It's like
Oh my
poetry.
God.
It rhymes.
And maybe it'll be like penicillin. That comes from bananas, but whatever.
What?
So yeah, you heard it here first. Our new show, Penicillin Bananas, coming next year sometime.
Oh my god.
Should be sometime in the next year.
Crusty
2018 's gonna be
Penicillin
a great-
Grandpas.
I'll have some pillis.
It's gonna be a great year
Penicillin.
for the Bixter.
Penicillin.
I love
For
Pelican.
yelling.
I want me some Pelican Grandpa.
Oh, grandpa.
Tune in tomorrow for the first
Alright.
episode of whatever we're calling our new show, which is gonna be the interim show between the new show.
I don't think it'll be a new show. It'll just be a lot.
There'll be
I think
It's
it'll
gonna be the
just be
same show. It's just gonna have a new name.
It'll be a few weeks of
content
shit
will come
posting.
out eventually, hopefully.
That's
Yeah, we're gonna have
that's all I can
content
say.
that-
Yeah.
Yeah, even if it's bad content, it's gonna be good content.
Oh no, it'll.
It'll-
I mean, it'll be bad. I mean,
It'll be bad in our own special breed.
oh yeah, it'll be bad, but it'll be GoBicker bad, and I think that's
Yeah.
what really counts.
You have the GoBicker guarantee that the content will be horrible, but it'll be our level of horrible.
It'll be our consistent level of
It's
shit.
the same trash you've come to expect. That should be our tagline.
Yeah, let me write
It's
that down.
the same trash you've come to expect.
Yeah. All right. I have an information document that I can write it on. Oh, so
There's no
I
respect.
came up with a couple potential names for the D&D show as well. By the way,
Such
as-
I'll let you know right now. They all suck.
Dumb and Dumber 2.
In fact, a few of them make me cringe a bit.
Good. That's the one we want.
Yeah,
the first
we're
one,
gonna
I have makes you cringe the most. It's called do a bicker check.
Yeah, that
Okay,
makes
let's
me
not.
cringe too.
Let's
Yeah.
not.
Okay,
Let's not do
yeah.
that.
Second one, roll for initiative.
Let's not.
Okay, that's
That one's,
bad.
that one's just bad. It's not even cringy or
Yeah.
anything. It's just bad.
I'm just gonna
This is
veto
bad.
that.
Another
I
one.
don't have the power to, but I'm going to.
Another one. 0 XP.
All right. Okay. I like that one.
That's my opinion too.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I don't remember
It's not
writing.
good.
I don't remember writing this one.
It's in a drunken stupor.
I am. It's kind of. Wow, this is really not good. It's called Treasure Session.
That sounds like a bad porno.
Yeah.
I think that one's really bad.
Let you see my treasure session,
Please
baby.
don't. Please don't.
Baby.
I like. Yeah.
Next.
Professional adventurers.
Okay, we're
I don't even know why that one
Yeah.
doesn't fit us at all. I don't even know why I wrote
No.
that one. And the last one I have is substandard swashbucklers.
Substandard.
Yeah, but what if we like? I get that swashbucklers aren't always pirates, but
He
they're
does have
mostly
a-
pirates.
He does have a
watch a lot of
pirate
them.
vibe.
So
Yeah.
what if we don't? What if we're like in the middle of a desert?
Well,
I'll be the
yeah.
pirate Can I be a pirate
I
character?
mean,
I'll do it.
Still be pirates.
Yeah,
But
we can
not
all-
at all like on the sea, just pirates that are chilling out on land. There's no mention that there's ever like a ship or anything.
all
They'll
I
just
did,
talk like pirates.
I just Google searched D&D terms and I just started mashing them together.
That's fair. Yeah.
And that's why you get those bad ones.
I like 0 XP the most.
This is a good one.
It's all right. It's all right.
It tickles my pickles more than the other
Tickled
ones
my
do.
pickles.
Multiple pickles. I have
I'm
several
a fan
now.
in a way that I'll never use it, but I kinda just I like treasure session. I don't know. Again, it's just I think it's the enigma
like
It
of
just,
it.
I don't know who said it, but it does sound like a porno name.
I'm not okay with treasure session. Just bothers me in a way. It shouldn't. But it
Even
really
makes
bothers
sense.
me on a deep personal level.
I sort of like it though. I'm like no, like I said, though, not to
Wanna see
use
my
it, but
treasure session. It's not okay.
I still like the name treasure session.
Treasure
if,
session.
if only we could all say
We're
it.
gonna make it sound seductive. Treasures.
Treasure session.
Hey,
Like
babe,
your guys'
you wanna come to
seductive
my
voices.
treasure
'Cause-
session.
Hey, you want to see some
Treasure.
of this treasure session?
Treasure session.
Hey, is the podcast ended by now? Can I leave?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
you're
But-
staying.
Nope.
Treasure session.
I mean, probably like in a minute. I mean, I would assume.
X marks your spot.
You gotta stop.
unless somebody has a topic they want to bring up.
No.
This is over.
Do you want to, Chris?
This-
Do you have one more Yahoo maybe?
I actually found some
Fine.
on my desktop earlier that were from another. Oh, this is. I don't know if we ever used these or not. Honestly, I don't remember. Let me see if this one's still available. I've got just some hyperlinks from Yahoo Answers. I don't even know what they are.
I just had to say to you that we, it's possible we'll never do another Yahoo. I don't know.
No, we're gonna do another Yahoo. I'll make sure I'm talking to my agent.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know if we ever
Okay.
did this one, but an anonymous Yahoo user answer asks, "Are dogs fireproof?"
Wait, do you mind running that by
Yeah,
me
I'm gonna
one more
need you to
time?
repeat that again.
Are dogs
Then-
fireproof?
Well, the term hot dogs come from somewhere, so
Yeah, the fact that dogs are fireproof. I wouldn't test it. They don't
No,
like
I
fire.
hope this question wasn't asked with some urgency.
best best answer dogs.
Wait,
are not
is there no
fireproof.
further explanation, or is it like my dog's
No,
currently
that's it.
on
That's
fire in the
all
basement?
it
Is he
is.
gonna
Our
be
dog's
fine?
fireproof.
God, it's probably
Wow.
I wonder if it's some kid outside with his friends
Sitting
with
there
a
with
match
some
and a dog
matches
tied to a
and
tree,
fucking
just
gasoline.
going, well,
You're just like,
should we
come here, Spot. I got an idea.
spot? I think fuck, this is another thing. We've done so many episodes now. I don't know what I've brought up before, what I haven't. I think this might have been a topic,
Just
my first topic.
Go ahead and say
I think it
the
was
word.
my first topic, actually. I love when dogs have people names.
That was the
And
topic.
That
but
was
yeah.
my very first topic, now I'm remembering. So it's like, I like more the idea of them going, come here,
Are you
Mike.
telling me Mr. Cuddles is not a human name?
No, unfortunately it's not. Unless you're talking about like a pedophile clown, then yeah, I guess it probably is.
Mr. Cuddles a pedophile clown.
Come here, Mike. Come here, boy.
Jim.
Come here, Jimmy.
Hey, Jim.
Come here,
Come on
Jim.
over here, bud. I'm just gonna rub you on the head there.
Come here,
fur
Timothy.
friend.
With a flint and steel.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rub your head with fire, and we're gonna see if you combust.
Wait. Should we check to see if they're fireproof first?
One
I
of the
feel we
comments
probably
said-
should.
One of the comments says they are made of flesh and blood, just as we are. So I suggest that you try it on yourself and see if you are fireproof, and take it from there.
That's
I think that's a real good trial and error.
Yeah,
There's
that's
still been
that's-
scientific method back in
Yeah,
there.
that's what I was
without
saying.
hurting
That's
your
what you call it, a
fur friend.
scientific method.
Yeah.
He's asked his hypothesis, and now it's
I'm
time
gonna
for
next
further
if I
testing.
ever have to take another science class again. That's gonna be my scientific method test sheet.
Try it
I'm
on
gonna
me,
write down.
and then if it
Question,
works, it works.
Are dogs fireproof? Hypothesis: I can set my fur friend on fire, and he will not burn because dogs are fireproof. They are flame retardant, as most furry animals are.
Yep.
And the way you're gonna test set is you're gonna find some fur on your human body
On
itself.
your person.
I got a lot of fur on my arm. I probably wouldn't miss my arm that much. I'm just gonna douse it in gasoline and drop a match on it and see what happens. See where we go from there. And yeah, that's a little bit scientific about this. A little bit of free education from GoBicker
Yeah,
for you.
free of charge, just for you kids.
Yeah.
Free change. There you
Yeah.
go.
We
See,
should
I don't-
make a
I
free-
don't-
We should make
yeah.
a
That's all
kids
your
show.
science classes now.
Yeah, we should make a kids show. Is that?
A
What's up,
kid show.
motherfuckers? Time to learn some shit, bitch. And they'll be like,
yeah, we could be like the Bill Nyes of the future.
we are the Bill Nyes of science.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's 4 of us, and there's one that's like a 4-year-old girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'll be our our stand-in kid.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's a perfect idea. We
Really,
can do
really, I
science.
think you could probably be all the kids.
Science.
And then we'll just
Yeah,
put you in different
yeah.
wigs and stuff, and you can even like we can put you in
I would
blackface,
love
so you
that.
can even
Oh,
like
God.
to really
Actually, please
really
do
hide
that,
your
yeah.
identity.
I like this idea.
I like
You
it
gotta wear
too.
a mask all the time though, so we don't have to see your face.
I have a horse mask.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I think I'd probably prefer if you just put a bag over your head though.
Yeah.
Why?
Just
I
get
don't
a,
know,
just
just
get a
get-
nice
I mean,
plastic
just
bag
to-
from
to-
Walmart.
to
Don't
let
even
you
cut
get
any
a
air holes
glimpse.
in it. Just mush it over your face.
I don't want
It's
to.
like-
I don't want to risk it. You know.
Yeah.
You're,
You-
I would
I don't need
imagine. I
exposure
would
to
imagine
that.
it's a Medusa situation, and
Yeah.
I would turn to
All my
stone.
hair is.
But isn't
snake.
isn't the idea of Medusa that isn't there something
You
like
look
she's
at her,
so
you turn her stone.
well? No, but like she's so gorgeous that that people like can't help to look
I
at
thought
her.
it was
She
just
had snake hand. There's snake hair.
Is that all it is?
and
I feel like
snakes,
there's because they always
snake dress.
draw her and things and cast her as someone who's like like a fucking like supermodel, and so it's like
Yeah, but I mean, you're not
That's
gonna
just
draw
people
someone
being
fucking-
horny.
okay, well, because if that was like part of the Medusa canon, I was gonna say that doesn't exactly fit the GoBicker style of doing.
Well,
things,
she's
but-
a Gorgon. I think it's just the snake hair. It's not their beauty or anything.
Okay.
She's a very snaky lady, and
Well,
that kind of you kind of want to look at the lady with snake head.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Okay.
whoa, what?
Can
Can you imagine? Can you
What?
imagine a snake with a hair full of people? That'd be whack.
Snakes
Like
don't
they
have
did the,
hair.
Let me see.
First
they
of
did the
all,
reverse of Medusa.
Fine. I bet you there's a picture already.
I've seen the picture, and it's like, whoa, it
Reverse.
turns stone peach.
God, that'd be horrifying if snakes were hairy. I'm just throwing that out there. It's like
Yeah,
a
it
long
would.
hairy sock. Like just think of a furry snake, because you look at it and it's like, oh, that's cute, and then it's strangling you.
Here's one.
I googled snake with people hair. That's the one I was thinking of.
That's a good one
The
as well.
second one. I do really like the first one though.
The first one really just.
It looks
Boy,
like a set of
howdy.
hair. That's
Oh,
It's not like
God,
about
that
it.
one looks worse.
These all just tickle my pickle in just the right ways.
I don't understand this one.
What?
Oh, that's good.
What?
Oh boy, I like that.
That's not okay.
I like that.
I don't. That's not a thing, though.
Okay, actually, hold on. Actually,
Makes me very
I found an
uncomfortable,
even
actually.
better one.
That boy has hair coming out. Oh no, that's not.
I was at the post that one.
Gee, golly, why has he got a bulge? And why
It's
is
a
it so
very
short?
large one too.
It's
It's
not.
more like an
That's-
egg.
It is.
It's not even.
This is not.
not
just
anything
something I-
else. It's
no.
like,
Just let's just not. Let's
All right. hey, me, get ready to blur this shit. But like, this is what Medusa always looks like.
Do you actually want to like send it? Oh.
Boy, howdy, those are some
See-
boobages.
Right? Exactly.
some nice
And so that's
tatas.
why I was asking, because it's like that's how Medusa always fucking look.
That's
So
some
I'm like,
nice
there has to
tatas.
be something with that, right? But I guess not.
I think it's just
Again,
very
I think
horny
it's just
dudes
people
drawing it.
being horny.
Yeah, I mean that's that's
people
probably
be
right.
horny.
Like, there's just a lot of horny artists out there.
Yeah, you're telling me, huh?
Ew.
That's how we end up with things like Flash Horse.
Yeah, it's
My
true.
flesh force
Somebody's
is
fan
created
dream right
from
there.
love, not from lust.
Well, I mean, you didn't come up with it though. You just made it.
No. Yeah.
That's
Just
actually true.
conceptualized.
That's true,
Conceptually,
yeah.
very
Russ is
horny.
a very horny boy, and he was
Actually,
wrong.
no, that's not true. I am. He wanted a horse with your face on it. I took the creative,
Actually, I'm the one that made it
direction
fleshy.
and made it fleshy.
Yeah, but
Maybe I'm the
Oh,
horny
that's
boy.
actually
yeah,
true.
you just
You
put the
mean
face
you
on
are
there.
the horny boy?
Oh,
Yeah, mine was
man.
colorless, and you recolored it. Japanese warfare recolored.
Oh man, I'm the horny boy. I went my whole life without knowing it.
I was wondering why I always walked around with a raging erection.
I thought this was just how it was. I
Huh.
thought it just never went away.
Well, ain't that the
I've been
bee's
knocking
knees?
stuff off tables my whole life.
Now, Chris, I need you to come here, but turn around very slowly.
What? Not Grandpa's ashes.
Why was Grandpa's ashes in like a plastic barrel? It
That
sounded
isn't dick level.
It sounded like Grandpa's ashes were in a hollow garbage can. Or an empty. I guess all garbage cans are hollow, but I meant
It
empty.
was a
A solid garbage can.
solid thing of concrete that you stick your garbage in somehow.
Yeah, it's just a concrete block. We just fling our garbage at it.
It's like the pillar from Harry Potter. It just transfers through, but it still ends up at a train station. Yeah, so some people are walking a platform 9 3/4 to fucking garbage that comes flying out of the wall at them. That's because the Harry Potter verse is really shitty.
Yeah.
There's always shit like that happening where people are thrown. Oh, can you imagine like you have a wizard faucet, but it somehow connects to a real life like sewage tank, and so every once in a while you'll turn on the faucet and shit will come out.
Yeah.
God damn. It's connected to those darn muggles again.
When you have a septic tank, yeah, that's the thing that can happen. You're not supposed to like back it up, otherwise it gets mad and comes back.
He gets mad.
But
Your
I was referring to more of a wizardly connection.
Your sewage gets upset and it decides to return from whence it came, except instead of coming out of the toilet, it comes out of the shower when it's 7 a.m. and you're trying to take a shower.
Oh God.
I know people this has happened to. It's a very common thing in the South because we don't have sewage. We just have septic tanks.
That's why the North is so much better, because I wouldn't even dream of that shit happening.
It happens. I've never had it happen. Knock on wood. God, I would kill myself if that ever happened.
Tomorrow, 7:15 a.m. So guess what just happened?
I'm just gonna send you a picture of my shower covered in just
covered in shit. We're gonna take a nice selfie when there's a fucking turd hanging down over your eye.
Yeah, that's the thing that happens.
God.
I know some people have happened to in the past. It's not a good
horrid.
thing. Just go to use the old bathtub or turn on a sink to get you a nice glass of water at 2 in the morning.
Take a nice hot bath. Oh my God.
Yep, it takes a long time to fix. Yeah, that's why I don't like the septic tanks. From what I've learned, you just kind of
You just
You just throw your shit outside like normally.
Just make it like 1600s England. Get a bucket.
Yeah.
Dump it out the window.
Get a chamber pot.
Yeah, chamber pots. So is that it?
That's it.
Are we done?
Farewell.
Yeah, it almost seems,
Bye.
I almost don't like that it's the case, but it's definitely. I mean, there's
Yeah, it kind of hurts my soul now.
but like, there's no way we have all time for all of us to get together again. Like two or three of us at a time, maybe. But
yeah, this is like the most. I'm kind of surprised we all made it here tonight.
I am as well. I mean, naturally, Russ didn't, but
because I completely forgot about it until you sent that thing last night. But yeah, that
So I don't know. Pay attention. Make sure to subscribe to everything, I guess. And
yeah, keep subscribing. Keep us in the loop. We're gonna keep putting stuff out. Probably try and do it weekly. I don't know. Oh God, my lunch just tried to come up and do this tour thing.
I had that a bunch yesterday where I didn't even eat that much or even that much bad shit, but like I once in a while I would hiccup and like, oh, that was definitely almost vomit.
I'm probably gonna die.
It was kind of
2 bacon cheeseburgers today, but
Jesus Christ.
I know I'm on the diet, and but we're gonna try and probably get something out once a week, maybe possibly, even if it's just kind of like mediocre 30-second ads for our stuff.
I don't think it'll be ads every time, but I'd like to do it the same way we've done the ads, where it's like I have you guys write me a script and I just do something with it.
You just shout.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. We'll put content out until we get our D&D sesh going.
Yeah.
And we'll have a better idea of our schedules. At least I will in like the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing we're waiting for is when we can actually find like a solid time to get things done.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, and you guys will find out. And we'll probably be back with this summer. That's probably honestly, it's gonna be summer 2018. When Crusty Pickled Grandma's reborn, when it rebirths, when it emerges from the fecal matter.
You'll know when you get a weird Mpreg video and it ends with a new logo being birthed from man.
It's coming. It's coming fast and hard and wet, and it will emerge from your toilet. It's just gonna fly out and smack you in the face, and you're gonna know it's here.
Big wet fish.
Like a big wet fish coming out of a chicken smoking a cigarette. It will come out and it will just
Okay.
get all over you, and you're gonna be like, oh yes, it has returned, or you're gonna say, oh no, this is not what I subscribed for,
And then you're
know,
gonna keep watching anyway.
Yeah.
I gotta keep watching because
It's
it's
just how it
captivating.
works.
It's like a train wreck. You gotta watch it.
Exactly.
So we'll figure out what podcast we're gonna rip off next time. I'm kind of toward my Bim Bam because that's the segment that I've been stealing for the past like 10 episodes. But yeah, so everybody be sure to tune in.
So, yeah.
Tune in next time.
Subscribe at youtube.com/channel/UCCQZQNTM.
I would say go to GoBicker.com/channel. You set it up. I have a website that I paid for. Please use it.
Yeah, you can go to GoBicker.com/channel and find it as
Enter
well.
this product code and you may win something.
Use code TEETH and get 25%.
Use code Dingleberry.
Use GoBicker at Bicker.com/Bicker to get 50% off your depression.
50% off your
Yeah,
depression.
you know what? This is the thing. We haven't been whoring ourselves out nearly as much for the last probably like 10 episodes, and so it's good to really just drive it home right at the very end.
Yeah, we're just
Go right
kinda
back to
really
our roots
pushing
and
in
just start
there.
being a real big whore.
Yeah, because I think it works. It works for us. It's our thing. And so ever since we got the website, that it kind of went downhill. You know, we kind of quit whoring ourselves out because it's all in one place now. We don't have to like call everything out. We can just be like GoBicker.com/jerk off station or whatever we're
Oh,
trying to
that's what we should call it. Jerk off station.
Jerk off station.
jerk off station.
Yo, what's up, boys? Welcome back to the jerk off
Jerk
station.
off station.
Yeah,
Today we're gonna talk
that's
about
perfect.
jerking off.
Jorkin.
We're
Jorking
talking
off.
about jorking our gorkins.
Jorking that.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
yeah. So tune in
Okay.
next year.
Okay.
Tune into summer for our
Farewell.
We've managed to make it 6 months almost. Not really, but kind of.
Not really, but kinda. That's a good name for a show.
Not really, but kind of. A new podcast.
Wait,
coming to you
was that
soon.
was that your opinion of that, or would we just?
I think it would work. That's a good name. Not really, but kind of. I don't know what it means, but not really, but kind of. It rolls off the.
It makes sense. We're a
Not
good
really, but-
podcast.
yeah.
Well, not
write
really,
that
but
down. Write
kinda.
that down. Not really, but kinda. Yeah, write that down.
Same
I want that.
trash you come to expect. Not really, but kinda.
Yeah, it's perfect. Do it. Anyway, yeah. Tune in next year.
Kinda
We're
or
done.
kind of.
Kinda. Not really, but kinda. No, not really, but kind of. Not really, but kinda. Put both. We'll figure it out. We've got time. We'll send it to the board. They'll review it. They'll give us a like. And by board, I mean us in like 2 months when we're like, hey, we should probably
Or an
start doing
actual
regular
board,
podcasts
and
again.
we just like grab a 2x4 and go.
A 2x4 just suspension.
Oh, holy board! Grant us your wisdom.
Mm-hmm.